Okay, now you can see that I've relieved the bottom of the battery, where the battery's going to go, and it seems to work pretty well. I may need to take a little bit more off towards the back. This thing's a little high, but I don't know if it's the cables. Okay, that's what it looks like. I took the black battery pack off, or back battery wrap off. It moves forward and backwards. I think I need to take it off at the front a little bit. And underneath, when you use a soldering iron on this type of foam, it makes a hard, turns it into a hard floor. And you can keep your finger on the bottom. You can feel the heat coming through if it's a problem. That's just a little bit of shop rash, of course. It's going to get more scratched up. But it makes a nice hard layer. I think that I might take it down just a little bit more. Maybe in the back, it's a little low in the front. I don't know. The battery seems to fit just nicely. And it goes around the standoffs. Be careful because carbon conducts. I don't need a freaking explosion. Damn batteries. Okay, yeah, the front needs to be taken down a little bit. The camera will fit perfectly there. And like I said, though, maybe if I can relieve it, I will put it at the top, because that'll be where the VTx is, and I can pull that off. But it will be connected to the OSD. So you got to have a certain length of cables. So that's it. That's how it fit. That's how it's fit very well. Very good. Then we could plan for the OSD and the camera. The top. Maybe I'll be able to just do it at the top without having to cut a hole. I need some sort of cooling though, for sure. Some kind of cooling. Alright. Now I've got some equipment placed, the crucial equipment. Okay. Oops, what was that?
Something flew off. Oh.
The camera thing. Okay. Before we get to the camera. Okay, the battery is now got its own indent. Okay. I'm gonna put some small hooks to rubber band it in. What I use for things that are micro are there's very small hair ties. You can get them at Target for girls, and you can. Some of them sell these little plastic S hooks, and you put it on the side, and you go like this. Whether it's like a hair tie, works out really well. Now things are starting to get a little bit crucial. Now you got the main components have to be placed, and then we're going to have to do a weight and balance on it. More of a balance than anything, because there's certain pieces of equipment that have to go in certain places. Of course, the battery has to go like this. I thought about going sideways. That's why there's a couple of cutouts there, but that's not going to work, I figured. So that's going to go like that. All these wires, of course, will be shortened, and that'll save some weight. Now, the video transmitter and the camera are going to go in the very top. And I've done a cutout. The camera, I've made, I don't know what's top, what's bottom. Have to figure that one out. But I'm going to, oops, oh well. I'm going to probably just glue this in with some shoe goo, thin shoe goo. Okay. And I think the holes might help it with cooling, because see, that's the whole idea behind it. It's on top, it's light. God, it's light. But I'm going to probably end up covering this with a piece of screen or something. I haven't determined yet. Also, if I need to, I can still put a heatsink on there because it's going to be in the airflow, and I may cover this whole thing with very, very thin mylar. Maybe make a scoop at the, make kind of go over like that. Okay, and then the camera is going to be attached inside of the canopy, whatever way it goes. I don't want to stuff it in there because then you won't be able to take the canopy off, and it does take a few magnets. Where is it? Where is it at? Yeah, right there, right there, right there, right there. Okay. I'm still amazed just how small something that will shoot 1080p is. It's just amazing. Reset button. And that, of course, is going to be in the airflow, and it's going to get cooling. Okay. Now, also I have other things. This is a current chip, shunt, whatever you want to call it. I can't remember the name of it. Current sensor. This is from RC. I'm going to get rid of the XT-30 connector, unsolder it, and just solder wires to it, and that will go into the main power. That'll give a reading, because this thing is definitely going to need to be displaying the MAH on it. Okay, and so I'm going to get get everything basically set in for this. Put my other servo in. I'll probably wire in the ESC soon. The main big components of it, of course, the speed controller goes here. Okay, actually like that. A lot of the wires are going to go away because they're unnecessary. I was actually in another build that I was planning. I decided not to use it because I'm basically going to build this, and if it's not viable, I'm going to take everything out of it. And here comes my Frenchie. So that's about it for right now. And then the other things I have to do, well, I have to figure out where I'm going to put the receiver and where I'm going to put the GPS. Most likely I will put the GPS out at one end and the receiver out at one end, depending on which receiver I decide to use. The ELRS system has one with a very small antenna on a chip. Antenna, but I don't know how good it's going to be, so I don't know what kind of range I'll get out of it. But this is pretty long range, and if I step it up to 2 watts on the transmitter, I think I can get pretty good control. But another thing too, of course, is the antennae. This is going to have to go probably back some, and that's why I have to keep the GPS away from this thing, because GPS signals supposedly interfere with Walksnail. So, and of course the connector, where's the freaking connector at? There it is, right there. That's right there, and then so I'm probably going to have to finagle this thing to go like that somehow underneath, and this will be here. I don't think it'll get any interference from the ESC, although I will be shielding the ESC. We'll be shielding the ESC with some aluminum tape on the inside there, just to help reduce a little bit of EMF. Probably don't need it, but probably stupid. But copper tape would be better. So that's progress for now. And next time it's going to be seen, it will have the components in, and it'll be planned out a little bit better. And then I'll probably end up on the bottom, I'll put some hooks and I'll hang it from the bottom, and I got to do a CG on it and get a weight. I don't think it'll be sub 250. I don't think so. But that'll be okay. It's okay. So the only other thing I would have to do after that is I'm going to place the strobes at the tips of the wing, and I'm probably going to run the wires for the strobes down the leading edge. I'm going to cut a slice, very, very fine blade, all the way down to here, where the LED chip will be. And I haven't quite decided. I have the leading edge lights, which would be kind of cool, but I don't know. We'll see. Because the last thing I want to do is add weight to this thing. I want to try to get everything in the general area. The CG is, I think the CGs are right around here. I think that the spar is the CG. I'm not quite sure. But, you know, flying wings are inherently tail heavy, no matter what. So pushing things forward is okay, believe it or not. So I think that's it for now. There's a connector. That is it.